So I just watched the newest Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and to quickly give my thoughts on the previous Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Homecoming, really liked. Far From Home, really liked. No Way Home, really liked. My feelings on these previous Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy really are they're all kind of on the same level. I do think they get a little better as they go on. I would rank them like worst to best, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, but they are all still really good movies. I still really enjoy all of them. And this is coming from someone who isn't like that into the Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man series is. It's not that they're bad. It's well, okay, well, I guess it's debate. I guess it's kind of a debate whether or not the Garfield series is bad. But I'm just saying they're not really my thing. While the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are definitely more my thing. And now that I have seen this latest film, I can definitely say this one I also really liked. Did it keep up the trend of improving with each movie? Hard to say. I will say, as of this moment, I would say this film and No Way Home are pretty much on the same level in terms of how I feel about them. That might change later on, and I might, if you really made me think about which one better between the two, I would really have to think about it. I think it's too soon to say whether I prefer this or No Way Home. Well, I don't know. Maybe by the end of the year I'll have it figured out. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film, and in many respects, there are a lot of things that are improved from the other movies. This easily has the best action scenes out of the whole series. Like pretty much all the action scenes here are a lot of fun, and they're really engaging. And I like how the way that they incorporate other Spider-Man villains. Like I know some people are upset that characters like the Scorpion aren't in it a lot, but I kind of appreciate that because it really does just kind of make him feel like another member of Spider-Man's rogues gallery. Not ooh, this is going to be the big super bad guy who's going to take over the world. He's just another villain Spidey has to deal with, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, the characters, the writing for them, the drama, I think is the best of these movies. Even in No Way Home, while I thought the drama there was done really well, there were still some really cheesy moments, like when as May was dying, she said, "With great power comes great responsibility," and then she just drops dead. And I was like, okay, this is not the time to drop that in there. And I don't know, that whole scene was really cheesy, but this is again just the drama they have here with especially with Peter, Ned, and MJ. I think was really well done. I really like all of the scenes involving those three and their relationship. And I definitely think that the scenes with Peter and MJ in particular, which it's not a spoiler, they have multiple scenes together. I don't think. I think people would be surprised if they didn't have if only they only had one scene together. But yeah, their scenes together are really good. This is easily the best acting in from them I've seen in these movies. They all do a really good job. And there are also other characters in this that I think are fun. I like the Punisher. I was not expecting the Punisher to be the highlight of the movie for me. I did kind of guess he would be in more than just the beginning. I assumed he would be in a bit more of it based on the trailers where he does show up a couple times. But yeah, his the way him and Spider-Man work off each other, both comedically, it's a lot of fun, and dramatically. I was not expecting them to actually be invested in their friendship by the end of the movie. The directing and the visual effects is again best out of the entire series. Pretty much every other Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I can pick out at least one effect that looks bad. Here, I can't really name any. All of the effects look really good, and the directing here is great. Obviously that contributes to how good the action scenes are, but even outside of that, the scenes where it shows Spider-Man swinging, especially in the beginning, those are some of the best swinging scenes we see in any of these Spider-Man movies. They look really good, and they really make you feel like you're there with him. All and just even like some of the dialogue scenes are shot very well. Like it's not just show a shot of one person, show a shot of another person, like they kind of tended to do in a lot of these previous in a lot of the previous Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Like they do try and have distinct, diverse looking shots, and they all look really good. Pretty much in terms of like any problems I would have with the movie, I guess like kind of a weakness is I think out of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, this one has the weakest musical score. And like I get why it was more subdued in this movie because it's supposed to reflect where Spider-Man is mentally, but like I do just prefer the bigger bombastic sound Michael Giacchino gave the first three movies in this Spider-Man series. I just think this one was a bit too like so even in the action scenes it just didn't have the same oomph to it that like the music in the action scenes in the first three movies did. That is the one thing about this movie compared to one of the things about this movie compared to the others that is weaker. I will say that. And I do also have a couple of story problems outside of like the really good scenes with Spider-Man, MJ, and Ned, which I guess I will. It is a spoiler. I guess I will just say that like okay, the scenes the in the first two-thirds of the movie, I won't say who it is yet, but the scenes with the villain are very well done. They do a great job of establishing tension and making you really fear what this person can do. It really does do a good job of making this person feel like a very credible threat and not just not just like another villain in another Marvel movie. Like I will say it's not I kind of not ruined but like definitely tarnished a bit in the third act, which I'll get to in a second when I do the couple spoiler things I wanted to say. But yeah, overall really good Spider-Man movie, really good installment in this Tom Holland series. I'm definitely excited to see where this character ends up going next, and I'm definitely recommending this to any Spider-Man fan. And I'm going to give Spider-Man Brand New Day an A. All right, now that that's out of the way, my couple spoilery things I wanted to say. Gonna give you a second to like close out, walk away if you don't want to know any spoilers, okay? Including who the villain is because they're keeping that very hidden. All right, spoilers coming. All right. I think Jean Grey got off way too easy in this movie. I am sorry. Like, I will admit, like, I'm one of those people who was kind of able to figure out before I even went to go see the movie that it's probably going to be Jean Grey who's going to be the villain. But like, again, for the first two-thirds, they do a really good job of like establishing her as a credible threat with her ability to just jump between different bodies. It really made a lot of the scenes with her very tense. I was kind of wondering, okay, but why is she evil though? Like, I know she turns evil in the comics with the Dark Phoenix, but it's like the Dark Phoenix just wants to kill everyone. Like, she clearly is trying to do something. She's clearly trying to get this whole VMAX thing for a specific reason. Why is that? I was interested to see why. But the problem is, all of a sudden in the last third, it's like, okay, forget all the things she did, forget all the horrible things she's done. She's actually just a sympathetic character because she was just doing it to try and save her sister. And like, I understand that like obviously that's her motivation. But the problem is the movie wants us to forget everything she's done up to that point. And okay, and like if it was just that, like, but the thing is, she's like definitely killed at least a couple people trying to get to this point. Like they don't show it. They even have her like have like a mind controlled Punisher shoot some guards in like the leg and go, you move again. I'm aiming for the head to show that she's like trying not to kill people, but she's definitely killed at least some people. Like the number of explosions we see in the movie, like in the end when like there are people crashing their cars and little explosions happen. It's like, I'm sorry, people died because of her. That's undeniable. And like heck, even in like the flashback to show her with her sister, like trying to make us feel bad for her. It's like they're like sitting there laughing about like mind controlling people, like possessing them, like you're literally taking away control of their bodies. It's like, haha, tee hee, look at this, I'm gonna take control of these people and then take control of that woman. Haha, that's so cute, isn't that delightful? Like, this is kind of, this is like a really weird thing to like just enjoy doing. That's like what a psychopath would do to have fun with, to like have fun with their power, with these kinds of powers. And we're just supposed to be like, oh, it's so cute. And especially like when she tries to, like, that whole scene where she like literally mind controls MJ and like psychologically toys with and gaslights Peter. It is like what's when he said like this is unforgivable. It's like I kind of agree. Like that's not you just doing what you have to do to save your sister. You are really enjoying toying with this guy. Like what is your problem? Like, and again, if she was just a straight up villain, I would have been fine. I'd have been like, yeah. I'd have been like, yeah, that was a really good scene, really tense. But like then it's like, oh no, she only did what she had to do to try and save her sister. No. She was very clearly having fun doing what she was doing. It's like this person's just kind of a psycho. I kind of feel like she deserves a bit, obviously she doesn't deserve to be tested on until she died just because she's a mutant, but like she does deserve more consequences than just, oh, Peter lets her go off on her merry way on a bus, not keeping any tabs on her or anything. It's fine, you're good. Have fun doing whatever you're gonna do out there. Don't go possessing too many people now. That ain't cool. And also, like, so I do appreciate, at first I was thinking, like, I appreciate how we're not just ending with Ned, Peter, and MJ having the same relationship they did before. Like, it is still different. It is still like they're not quite where they were before. So I do appreciate that. Then Ned remembers Peter, and it's like, where the hell did this come from? Like even when they made it seem like MJ remembered Peter when right before as Jean Grey possessed her, I was thinking like, how the hell did you remember him? Is this gonna be like a power of love type situation? And then when it was like, oh no, it was just Jean Grey who already knew who he was, like, oh that's cool. But like then Ned remembers him just, oh, they do the handshake and he remembers him, like, okay, this is stupid. Why? This is dumb. Like, it's I've seen theories floating online. It's kind of one I have too. That it has something to do with the magic powers that it was established he had in No Way Home. Like how he was saying, "Oh yeah, my grandma says we have magic in us," and he was able to use Doctor Strange's ring very easily. He was able to. He like was controlled by the cape. It's like, okay, they're clearly building up to something with this, but now that he doesn't remember who Peter Parker is, it's like I guess they're not going anywhere with it. But like, and like, so maybe in the next Spider-Man movie they'll explain that like it's his magic powers that let him kind of remember who Peter was. I don't know. That was like, if they need to explain, give a proper explanation for why he remembered, other than just, oh, they're best friends. Oh, it's like the power of love. It's like, oh my gosh, this. Also, yeah, that end credits scene was not worth it. Again, I've seen people theorize that like that Spider-Man sighting his space is supposed to tease Secret Wars, where they're all on battle. He's going to be taken to Battle World, or maybe it's Tobey Maguire's Earth coming to this universe, and so that's the Spider-Man sighting. I don't know, but like, I just am not. I just am like, yeah, you don't need to. I was like kind of ripped off. It's not the worst Marvel end credit scene I've ever seen. I'd argue the one from Deadpool and Wolverine was more of a waste of time, but like, I don't know. This, I was definitely kind of like, that's it. I heard that this was going to be a major end credit scene. That's all we get. Okay. Something I didn't bring up before, something I totally realized I forgot to bring up earlier. The humor, again, it's like, this is one of the things that it is weak. It isn't like, so on the one hand, it's not that it's weaker than the other movies, because it is kind of because like it's just that there's less of it, because this is definitely the most serious of these Tom Holland Spider-Man movies we've gotten. But like a lot of the humor does work. Like I said, Peter and the Punisher's reactions are really funny. I really like, I guess I'm talking about the Spider-Man tracker. I did really like the Spider-Man tracker in the actual movie. I thought that was pretty funny and pretty cool. And yeah, there are definitely a lot of points where the humor works, but like I will say, but like that being said, there are kind of entire scenes where the humor I think doesn't really work. Like that whole scene with Florence Pugh as Black Widow's sister, and when she meets up with him in the bathhouse, and it's like, take off your clothes. I want to, like that whole scene kind of goes on with like how funny it is that Spider-Man tripping in front of her. Like, okay, this whole scene, it's not funny. It's going on a bit long. Like, I don't know. I am getting kind of annoyed by the humor here. But like, yeah, okay. So those are my overall thoughts on the movie. Again, I did still really enjoy it. As of this moment, I would say it's on par with No Way Home. We'll see how I feel with like further thoughts. If I can say one is better than the other, I don't know. We'll see. If you, hopefully you've seen the movie if you're in the spoiler section here. But if, yeah, go ahead and let me know what you thought about the movie down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more reviews like this in the future. And on that note, I will see you next time. Have a great day.